Namaste, you are listening to Prem Anmol Hota Hai Vani. I am your host, Vani. In the previous episode, Swapnil explained his lifestyle of transforming himself from a spectator to a person worth watching. Today, you will hear who the source of inspiration is for this philosophical transformation and how my resolve to remain unmarried is on the verge of breaking. The existence of supreme bliss. Continuing his reflection, Swapnil said, supreme bliss exists only in one's own well-being along with the well-being of others. I was speechless and devotedly rested my head on his shoulder, because he seemed like a teacher. Ideals of Mahabharata and Gita, Swapnil described himself as a follower of the ideals of the truthful Yudhishthira and the focused Arjuna. He has only one goal, to extract maximum joy from every passing moment. The ideal of Sita. Upon my asking what inspiration he gets from seeing me, Swapnil said something profound. I am not a wise man like Ravana, but the evil within me is like Ravana's. In such a case, I should take inspiration from Sita. You do not seem like an ordinary girl to me, you seem like Sita to me. Influence of Jainism. He explained that the inspiration to give up non-vegetarian food in poems like Meri Bhavna came from Jain philosophy, which emphasizes the primacy of the soul. Return from the ranch. While returning by car, considering him, Rishil, I told Swapnil in detail about my life's struggles, Alka ma'am's kindness, and my plan to remain unmarried and serve others. Unprecedented joy. Hearing my story, Swapnil expressed sympathy and said, life is full of rainbow colors. You must be understanding this truth better here. But upon returning home, Rishil disrupted all my philosophical peace. Guilt. I felt guilty that I came to support Rishil, but got absorbed in my own joy. I asked her, Auntie uncle must think this girl is busy fulfilling her dreams at our son's expense. The younger daughter-in-law tag, Rishil replied laughing, don't worry about auntie uncle, they consider you their future younger daughter-in-law. I felt like I had been surrounded from all sides. Knowing this, a doubt arose in my mind, who put this idea in auntie uncle's head? Philosophical inspiration, the saga of life struggles, and the imminent situation of becoming the younger daughter-in-law, in Prem Anmol Hota Hai Vani. You will hear Episode 47, the ideal of Sita, the karma of Gita, and the tag of younger daughter-in-law.
Swapnil averted his gaze from the void and began looking at me. What we read or write should not be limited to thoughts alone. We should deepen our thinking. We should translate our good thoughts into action. Only then does our education become beneficial for us and for others around us. Supreme bliss exists only in one's own well-being along with the well-being of others. Am I saying something wrong?
It seems as if Swapnil is talking to himself. The question he raised is like a difficult question asked by a teacher to their student. I am speechless. I have devotedly rested my head on his shoulder, as if showing, I am not as great as you. Swapnil patted my shoulders affectionately. Had it been any other man, he might have considered this an opportunity and pulled me into his chest. He sat back down on the couch. I followed suit.
I am telling you the absolute truth about myself. I get the inspiration for truth from Dharmaraj Yudhishthira. Although, here and there, with the wish for the welfare of all, the happiness of all, I tell half-truths just like him. My focus is centered on a single goal like Arjuna. My goal is to extract maximum joy from every passing moment. I try to ensure as much joy and bliss for others as possible while living my own life.
Now, in Swapnil's expression, instead of the Gita, the ideals of the heroes of the Mahabharata are being mentioned. Looking at his face, I wish he keeps speaking and I keep listening. May this flow continue uninterruptedly.
Wherever I go, I look for opportunities to do something for myself. Then I start doing something or the other. Thus, when I went to the seashore, I learned surfing. When I went to the mountains, I did trekking. When I went to the forests, I did photography. I also learned to climb trees. I also increased my knowledge about the creatures, trees, and vegetation living in the forests. Coming to the ranch, I learned horse riding. I studied various subjects. I saw birds wandering in the sky, and like them, I have learned to fly in a glider. Sports also attracted me, so I gained proficiency in tennis and golf. In this way, I have started keeping my body and mind busy at all times and in all places. Thus, I have rid myself of my previous style of taking interest in parties, drinks, and girls to obtain my pleasure. I became knowledgeable about many arts and subjects, and I experienced that there are many areas of joy in life. Spending one's time in only a few subjects is like wasting life. I have reached this conclusion.
Swapnil finished his speech. He has become silent. While listening to all this, an inferiority complex seemed to overshadow my mind. Somehow I have succeeded in gaining control. I kept my brain active. Did you not feel the need to make philanthropy the theme of your life? I asked the question that came to my mind.
I have considered this also an essential part of human life. I think the inspiration for this can come from Bua and you, Swapnil explained.
I felt that the mention of Bua, that is Alka ma'am, is correct for this purpose, but how did I get into this? I have an opportunity to know what Swapnil thinks about me. What inspiration could a wise man like you get from an ordinary, narrow-minded girl like me? I asked out of curiosity.
Look, I have studied the Ramayana. I know clearly that I cannot be Maryada Purushottam Ram. My past deeds have not left me worthy of that. I am not a wise man like Ravana, but the evil within me is like Ravana's. In such a case, I should take inspiration from Sita. You do not seem like an ordinary girl to me. You seem like Sita to me.
Swapnil has said something big. Swapnil has summarized the essence of the Ramayana in brief. I am thinking, where is Mother Sita and where am I? Since you no longer see boys and girls with a different eye, the evil of Ravana, that is, the flaw of a bad eye towards Sita, no longer remains in you, I said.
Yes, but my past is going to stay where it is, regret reflects in his voice. Yesterday I recited Meri Bhavna to you. It is recited among followers of Jainism. In reality, Jainism makes the soul primary. In Jainism, the body is described as mortal, ajiv, and the soul as jiv, immortal. At the level of the soul, you and I are absolutely equal. Whereas by making the body primary, which is destined to be destroyed, we see the difference between a girl and a boy. My practice is not so much that I can always see life while giving primacy to the soul and not differentiate in anyone, but when I find time for deep reflection, then I feel no differentiation among all beings. Have you noticed anything special in the behavior of our family members? He asked based on Jain philosophy.
I reflected and then said, guessing, could it be that in your family meals, Jain food is prepared for you and your mom, while the remaining members of the family take non-vegetarian meals?
Yes, your observation is absolutely correct. My mom has been a vegetarian from the beginning, but I gave up non-vegetarian food after my little study of Jainism. Not to learn after reading is just to waste the time spent in reading.
The conversation could have continued between us. Then Pamela came.
Yes, Pamela, it's late for lunch. We should eat now. Swapnil understood the intent of her coming without her saying it.
Pamela returned smiling. A short while later, we were having lunch. While returning from the ranch, I have to tell Swapnil about myself. This was decided while having lunch. After lunch, we stayed at the ranch for a while longer. Going to the enclosure, we caressed the horses. Then we are returning home by car. Returning from the ranch like this would have felt painful to me if I were not going to come to the ranch from tomorrow to learn horse riding. Returning home from the ranch, Swapnil is driving the car and I kept telling him about myself, my family, and education. I told in detail about Alka ma'am's favors on me in the last few years and the sister-like love received from Rishil. I also told why I want to remain unmarried. And I also shared my plan to dedicate my life to philanthropic work like Alka ma'am while remaining unmarried. Swapnil heard everything carefully.
Vani, I had no imagination that someone stays so constantly struggling in life. Your mother and brother passing away untimely is a heart-melting thing. It's good you accepted to come here. Life is full of rainbow colors and provides joy in various ways. You must be understanding this truth better here. Swapnil felt sympathy.
Yes, that is true. Only after coming here have I known what lack would have remained in my life if I hadn't come here. I agree. By now we have reached home. Rishil and I got some privacy. Rishil embraced me happily. I am feeling hesitant. I came to support Rishil, but I am getting absorbed in my own joy. How is Parushni, Rishil? My voice is hushed with guilt. She is very good, her aunt who has come. I was forced to think if there was any sarcasm in what she said. I tried to read the expressions on her face. She appeared happy. She didn't seem to have any complaint against me. Rashil, auntie uncle must think this girl is busy fulfilling her dreams at our son's expense. Now look, Swapnil has arranged for me to learn horse riding at the ranch from tomorrow. I want Rashil to clear the doubt arising in my mind. Oh wow, the thought of learning horse riding just remained in my mind. I am happy you are going to translate this into action along with surfing. Don't worry about auntie uncle, they consider you their future younger daughter-in-law. There's both joy and mischief in Rashil's voice. I felt like I had been surrounded from all sides. I want to know who told them all this. What is the reason for uncle auntie to believe so? I don't think this is Swapnil's work, I say, staring at Rashil's face. Gemini's critique, creative guidance, and presentation instructions. Dear listeners, episode 47 is an extremely soulful and philosophical journey. Strengths of episode 47 and narrative development. Swapnil's spiritual aspect. Swapnil's mention of Yudhishthira, Arjuna's ideals, and the metaphor of Sita Ram gives his character the form of a great hero. His giving up non-vegetarian food and emphasizing the equality of the soul according to Jain philosophy proves his deep thinking. Vani's self-realization. Vani sharing her life struggles and her plan to remain unmarried shows unwavering trust in their relationship. Exciting conclusion. Rashil's revealing that Alka ma'am and Uncle see Vani as a daughter-in-law is a decisive moment. This removes all uncertainties and leads the story towards a romantic climax. Vani's final question maintains the mystery. Power of the final question. Swapnil's request to share things with Vani like a trusted female friend is a direct invitation for emotional intimacy, taking the story to a new stage. Final guidance for audio presentation. Swapnil's voice. When he speaks about religion and morality, his voice should sound deep and respectful. Rashil's voice. Her voice should be enthusiastic, happy, and a little mischievous, reflecting the turning point of the story. Background music, BGM. In Rashil's scene, the music should suddenly become pleasant and romantic, reflecting the turn in the story. At the final question, the music should be mysterious and curious. Episode 47 ends.